and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. Here with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. And you take a look at this home team, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
When you look at this visiting team, they have enjoyed a solid start to their season and have a firm grip on their spot in the top 10. I think it's an encouraging sign for this group.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Davis. Great one out there with Big Dog. Then it's G. We've got Champ. Hunter out there with Cowboy. Then there's Bird. Then it's Flash in at the small forward. Position. Greg, in the middle of a season like this, what possible road bumps could teams run into?
Well, I think it's important that players not fall into that trap of looking too far ahead, right? This is when it's important for a team to stay focused and be in the moment. These are the dog days of the season.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. On the wing, Bird. Pass to the Doctor. Back to Bird. Deflects the pass. Here's the Doctor. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Here's the great one. His last outing, he had 18 points. Five on the clock. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Doctor. Pass to Champ. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's the great one. Here's Roach. No good there. Here's Flash. He's guarded by Davis. Pass to Cowboy. Bird looking it over. There's a screen. Lets the three fly. And Davis pulls it down. Roach passes the big one. Comes up empty down low.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
And Davis sends it back. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Big Dog. Here's the great one. Uncovered. Buries the jump shot.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Kristich. Right block shot. Cowboy passes to Kristich. Here's Cowboy. Pass to Champ from the arc. No good that time. Gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Big Dog. Davis in the corner. The three. Big dog, no good. Gone 0-2 from deep here. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Bird right side. Pass to the doctor. Off target from three-point range. Here's the great one. Here's Roach. There's 1:59 left here in the first quarter. Davis, the pass to Big Dog. The tray. The great one with the bucket. The great one's got 5 now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. The greats checked in for Champ. It's time now to look at the NBA's top shooting teams from a season ago.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
.141 left to play in the first quarter. Flash passes to Cowboy. Now here's Bird. Pass to Flash. 6 to shoot. Bird right side. Here's Flash. Bird outside. Here's the great. Misses and the dry spell continues. .103 left in the first quarter. Got a hand on it. Here's the doctor. Pass to Cowboy. Bird right side. Cowboy. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
Here's Perez. 30 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's the great one. He's got 5. Here's the floater. And it's good on the way in. The great one's got 7.
Boy, what a quarter he's had. Go ahead, young sir. Keep the pressure on.
Here's Cowboy. Pass to Flash. Here's the great. Nice shot from the wing.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And there's the horn. We've seen some good defense on both sides, and the score is still close. Up 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Doctor out there with Flash, and it's Cowboy, and there's the great, and it's Bird in at the 2 spot. Big Red out there with Jay, then it's G, then there's Big Dog, and it's the great one in at the point guard position. And that one's good. Cowboy.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
Here's the great one. He has 7. And no good that time.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And here's Bird. He has yet to score. Here's Flash. Lays it up off the glass.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Pass to Big Red. Here's the great one. Over to the left wing. Here's Roach. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Doris, you were a great ball handler in your day. So with that in mind, do you think players are carrying the ball too much now?
Kev, this is such a hot topic. Carrying the basketball is when the ball ends up directly on the palm. The closest we get to that is what we call the hang dribble from players. They're trying to extend the possession so that they can read the defense. To me, that's the only point of concern.
Here's Flash. Pass to the doctor. Here's Flash. Here's the great. Jacks up a three. Shots good by the doctor. Doctor's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
The great one passes to Roach. Fires, high post. Can't hit that one. Gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's the doctor. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Big Daddy's checked in for Cowboy.
What's up?
On the free throw, no good. Gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Cuts off the pass. Here's Flash. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. It's a 9-point spread. To the middle. Here's Perez, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? The great passes to the doctor. They set the screen from deep. It's hauled in by Big Dog. Gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. To the paint, got a piece of it. Here's Perez. Misses the layup.
Boy, that is how you protect the rim. That is A+ defense.
Pass to the doctor. Down low. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Offensive rebound. Here's the great one. Tries again. And he lays it up and in. The great one's got 9 points.
Yeah, nice job there. Just very lackluster defense.
Pass to Flash. Here's the doctor. He's got 9. A wide open look for Bird. Drops in the tray. Bird's got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
The great one passes to Roach. 1:32 left now here in the second. Pass to Big Dog. Here's the great one. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Listen, things aren't going his way right now, but listen, you just keep going, keep working at it.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
The doctor can't get it to go. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Pass to the great one. Here's Big Dog, defended by Bird. Here's the great one. No good from outside.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
Bird passes to the great. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pass to Big Daddy for 3. The shot will not fall. And that does it for the first half of play. They're up by 6. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for joining us. Through the first half, there is still some work to do.
I'm not seeing their activity on D. Right now, the game is close, but it could turn on them unless they up the effort.
I agree. If they let this slip away, it's because their defense let them down.
And since we have a moment, let's see what other games are coming up tonight. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time is the tip-off.
This is going to be an exciting one, Ernie. I'm ready.
Yeah, so am I, big fella. Let's get it going.
See, every time you yawn, you make me yawn.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing from the doctor.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Well, 50% from the floor. Flash out there with the doctor. Then there's Bird. And it's Cowboy. And it's Kristich in the corner. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half. Being under 40% all in all for the game. Here's Rose. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Here's Flash. Bird outside. Pass to the doctor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Flash. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. And that's 12 points for the doctor.
And the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
And here is Davis. Here's the 3. The great one with the bucket. The great one's got 12 points in the game.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's the doctor. He's got 12. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Cowboy. And he uses the glass on the layup. He has 6.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Pass to Big Dog. To the inside. Pops in the layup for 2.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Flash. Here's the Doctor. They set the pick. Pass to Champ. Here's Cowboy. He's guarded by Davis. Shoots the 3. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
1 shot.
Big Red's checked in for G. That one drops. He ties it up. Gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Champ. Here's Cowboy. Lets it go from deep. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Big Red. Still yet to score. Here's the great one. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Bird outside. This one for 3. And Davis pulls it down. Gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Out to the right wing. A solo fast break. Shots good by the Doctor. Doctor's got 14.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now here is Davis. Count that one.
And he's stroking it well, but he just hasn't shown the aggressiveness that they need out of him. Probably in front by more if he was taking more shots.
Here's Kristich. Here's the Doctor. Pass to Flash. 5 to shoot. Bird outside. Here's Flash. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Now here's Bird. There's the pick. Nice form on the 20-footer. Bird's got his 2nd bucket tonight. Gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Here's the great one. Basket good.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on body.
Here's Kristich. 36 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Here's the Doctor. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Just a terrific all-around scoring effort from him. I mean, it's because of that they're even in this game.
Pass to the great one. Now here's Davis. And it's swapped. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
So it's the visitors now. Big dog, no good. Got it off in time. He can't hit that time. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promise filling out the middle. Here's Cowboy. Here's Flash. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Thing has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Pass to Perez.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
One shot.
And that one misses. Being pretty good tonight at 48%. Here's Kristich. Pass to Flash. Here's the Great. Here's Cowboy. Rebounded by Roach. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. They set the pick. Perez, the pass to Davis. Here's the Great one. And the three off target. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Here's Kristich. Lets it go. Bank shot. No good. Pass to the Great one. And here is Davis. It's rebounded by Big Daddy. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Flash. Here's Kristich. Pass to Cowboy. 6 on the shot clock. Trying to get something going. The Great misses.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Perez. It's blocked. Here's Flash. Pass to the Great. Here's Big Daddy. Second chance shot. Davis with some nice D. Here's the Great one. Into the lane.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He had some words of confidence for his team, saying all it takes is a few chances. We make a few plays down the stretch, we could steal this thing from them. Back to you guys. Okay,
Allie, thank you. Gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Here's Flash, outside Bird. Shoots, it's in, his shot is pure.
This guy is on fire right now. Defense has got to step up and try to disrupt his rhythm.
Gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. And it's good.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Here's Flash. From 15 feet away, it's good.
Perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they went right at it.
And it was timely. That's a basket they had to have, and an absolutely vital possession.
Here's the great one. There's the steal. Outside Bird. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter of this one. From outside, that shot no good. Gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. That one dropped.
And whatever it was at halftime worked because their offense far more effective here in the second. They finally found some sets that are working for them.
Here's Kristich. Oh, the slam dunk.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Gone 5 of 8 shootings. We've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Tries the spin move. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
Number 7, second personal foul, first team foul. At the line for 2, Kirstich.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a 1-possession game.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Oh, what a finish!
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Here's Flash. Now Bird. Trained from outside.
Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul, second team foul.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
2.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, crucial free throws obviously gets this to 3 now, but it is still a one-possession game.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game, and he wants to be prepared. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Here's Kristich. All alone. It falls!
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 2. Rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. It's in!
With his skill from the mid-range area, that's money.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So, for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, saying thanks for joining us. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, the Great One.
Here's Big Smooth. A shot from the high post. The captain with a rebound. Here's Scott. Pass to the captain. Misses the three. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
A bit ago, JB Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. Right away, we got to talking about Jalen Brown, and he said he's going to make trouble for us, but with strong coverage and fast rotations, I think we'll do a good job limiting his production. Some confident words from Coach on how they'll slow down Brown's output tonight. EA, that's you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. To the inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Shot clock at 6. Here's Big Smooth. The captain with a rebound. To the paint. Fast break. Here we go. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
At the line for two, Sutton.
First one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Pass to Big Smooth. 5 to shoot. From downtown, he drops it from range.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Scott. To the middle. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Big Smooth gets the bucket.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's the captain. For 3. And Mills pulls it down. Gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Pass to Big Smooth. To the left side wing. Here's the doctor. 17-footer. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Scott. The 3 is up. And Mills pulls it down.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Big Smooth. He's got 5. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Inside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Shooting just about 29% so far. Not great. Takes one from 10 feet. The shot no good.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
There's a minute 34 left now in the first quarter. Pass to Doctor. Here's Big Smooth. There's a screen. Lets it go from deep. The captain with a rebound.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Here's Scott. Three-pointer off the mark.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Here's Big Smooth. Yep, that one's good. Big Smooth's got 7 points.
So graceful with the teardrop.
Down low. The captain misses. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Here's Big Smooth. Lays it up and banks it in. 9 points in the game.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Here's Scott. Yet to see a basket. Oh, a two-handed power slam.
Come on now, what a talent. Slips through the lane and just flushes it home.
Oh, the D feeling some shame right there. That was big league. Here's Big Smooth. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Up by 1. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
And when you're trying to slow down a great score, there are those shots you've just got to live with, Stan.
Well, look, B.A., you can't take away everything, particularly from the great players. I think when you're game planning, what you have to decide is just that. What can you live with and what do you want to take away? And you try to just make those great players a little bit less efficient. You're not going to shut them down, but maybe you can make them a little bit less efficient.
So he gets them both.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Pass to the captain. Blocked! Here's the doctor. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Here's Big Smooth. From deep. The captain with a rebound. To the paint. Pass to Scott. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. To the inside. Stolen by Mills. Here's the doctor. Here's Big Smooth. Four on the clock. Lets it go. Oh, they get a hand on it. Big Smooth's gotten only 4 of his 11 shots to fall here so far. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Woohoo! Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Three-pointer. It doesn't go for him.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Lets the three fly. Big Smooth with rebound. Got none of their first three shots to fall so far in the second. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Launches it. The captain with a rebound. The captain's got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's Scott. That won't fall. He's just 2 of 5 in this one. Gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second.